Thank you, everybody. Good to see you guys again. So, today, a friend of mine sent me a YouTube video that really got me to thinking. So, at first, I want to give him a shout out. Thank you, Ben, for sending me this video. I watched it, oh my goodness, probably a dozen times. It's Jim Carrey. I don't know if you know this, but Jim Carrey has some YouTube videos where he's very philosophical and he's talking about life and his fame and things like that. But he had a lot of very important things to say that, of course, I can relate back to being a Jehovah's Witness. The first thing he said that caught my attention, he said, "How do you feel when you say the word I? Like, what drums up into your mind when you're talking about yourself? I did this, I did that." You know, somebody in that video, it wasn't Jim, it was a doctor, but he said, "Today you're not who you think you are. You're not who I think you are. You are who you think I think you are." So basically, we live in a perception of who we think others are seeing us as. So we build a character of what we think other people want to see of us. It's kind of a survival mechanism, I would think. Another quote that Jim said, he said, "If it's so easy to lose yourself, then who the hell are you?" So at some point, you're going to have to leap into the abyss of not knowing if it's going to be okay with everyone else or not. So that's kind of a deep way of saying at some point in your life, you need to figure out who you really are. Not the character you have created, but you, that person deep down inside of you. In one of these videos, it said that there's no way you can authentically look yourself in the eyes without a mirror. Only other people can look deep into your eyes and see you. But then again, they don't know what's deep inside of your heart, so they don't know the real you. You don't know the real you. So find the real you. That's the ultimate goal. So how are we going to link that to Jehovah's Witnesses? Well, first of all, I thought these quotes were beautiful. I couldn't stop watching it. So, of course, coming from a Jehovah's Witness background, I have some things to say about that. Essentially, this problem is worse with a Jehovah's Witness than just your average Joe, because when you're a Jehovah's Witness, you're put into the system. You have no identity. As a matter of fact, they love the fact that they have no identity. They are worker ants for God. So you're giving basically a rank, name, and serial number, kind of like the military. You're just part of the system. You're a puzzle piece that could easily be replaced if you got ruined. They could just put another piece there, get somebody else to do it. So, believe it or not, to some people this is alluring. Some people are afraid to figure out who they really are, or they know who they really are and they don't like it. So if they get into the system, the Jehovah's Witness system, they can just be part of the system and don't have to worry about the real them. But that's not an authentic way of living, as far as I'm concerned. So I started personally asking myself, who is Tori? I knew that I was the son of an elder, a long-time elder, and the obvious goal for me was to grow up and become an elder. I knew my last name was famous within the organization, and that's just how and what I was supposed to be. but I had no idea who I was, and there was things that I would have loved to have been able to do, but brushed them aside because it wasn't part of the system. So Jim Carrey said that to find the secret, you have to find that door that nobody else can see and go through it. And no matter how scary it is and you don't know what's on the other side, go through it and shut it on the other side. Because on that other side of that door is you. And you're going to find you, and you're going to realize what you've wanted to do all along. So you might need to start by not going out in service anymore if that's not what you want to do. Slowly start to fade if that's what you want to do. Go through that door, find that door and go through it and shut it and don't look back. Find the authentic you and you'll be much happier. I've only recently gone through that door and the happiness has built ever since. There's no way to really express it other than just experiencing it yourself. So if it is at all possible, try to take that step, try to go through that door. I know it's scary. It took me years to do it, but it is possible, and there's others out here that have already gone through that will support you. Trust me, it's worth it.